Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us for this segment, we have Yann Barbarroux, CEO and head of analytics at Otonomi, to discuss the supply chain crisis and how technology can be leveraged to improve logistics and cargo disruptions. Yann, it's great to have you with us. Welcome to Trade Talks.
Thanks a lot, Jill. I'm very grateful to be here. Very excited. The team says hi as well.
All right, and hi back to them. And I want to start with the supply chain. How do you think technology can help the logistics and cargo sector move forward?
Yeah, that's a good question. Thanks for asking. Let's put some context in. The past 12 months have been, very interesting in terms of, what we saw, very painful, but also very instructive. The Suez Canal story, the debacle, which cost, north of $10 billion. The inflated shipping cost, and the end of the year with the holiday supply chain crisis, with the backlog of Porto Valley and Long Beach. With our team of engineers, with our expertise in automation and also data analytics, we thought through it, and we came up, designed and implemented a cargo delay index, which is essentially giving transparency to the logistics players, insurance players, in terms of what's going on in the market. It's very opaque, and we're very glad that we actually brought the idea to the Nasdaq Global Index platform. They were very thrilled about onboarding us. And here we are. So we are onboarding in the next few days this global, cargo delay index within the Nasdaq platform. And what I'm suggesting is I can actually showcase and share my screen, and essentially explain what's going on here. So I'm sharing my screen. Hopefully you see it. This is what you're looking at, is the Auto USA 1, which stands for Otonomi US Air Freight 1. So 1 because there's going to be several other indices coming your way. What's very innovative here is it is a Web3 distributed ledger operated smart contract policies, on the back of it. And we have a blended basket of those policies that essentially comprised in the index. So, here what we're looking at is essentially the month-to-month performance, actually day-to-day performance of the supply chain and interruption market. So here what you see a big drop is essentially a lot of delays. And that was back in February and March last year, when Suez Canal actually, kind of unfolded. And it was a big snowstorm in Texas and other areas in the US that essentially hampered supply chain and freight business. A big recovery the next few months. And again, as you can see, a price drop throughout the holidays, a few months ago. And that was very visible that, our index can actually convey a real-time snapshot about what's going on in the industry.
Yeah, that really is pretty interesting, Yann. Let's talk about the insurance side of it. What are some of the major issues the insurance industry is facing in the light of everything that has happened as a result of the pandemic since 2020?
Yeah, good question as well. So the other side of our business is essentially servicing insurance. We are a parametric insurance platform. Short answer is essentially saying that the big incumbents need to do a better job and get out of their own way in order to embrace technology and new product model. It's very clear that, if you look at numbers, only last year in the P&C, property and casualty insurance business in the US, north of $280 billion was spent on insurance claims adjudication only. Not the claim losses, but the administration of those contracts. This is staggering. This is the size of the GDP of New Zealand. This is absolutely crazy. Now, kind of a wake-up call when you look at the very talented InsurTech unicorn, Lemonade, Metromile, Root Insurance and others, and Otonomi is part of the next batch of InsurTech. The incumbents needs to actually grasp, this opportunity to be very aggressive about technology. And at Otonomi, we actually believe in this, with the advent of global existential risks such as climate change, cyber warfare, supply chain crisis, endemic, pandemic. Now is the time for great advanced data platform, great and advanced automation using autonomous tech such as blockchain and IoT sensors, and Otonomi is pushing for those technologies.
All right, let's talk about DeFi a bit here. As we know, nearly $200 billion was reached in market cap for 2021. What are your two Satoshis, or shall I say 2 cents, on where it's headed considering the potential bear market we entered, and how does decentralized insurance fit in this landscape?
Wow, great question again. Thanks a lot. So I'm a Wall Street guy, so I love looking at numbers. So let's focus on a few metrics. So global equities, $120 trillion. Global bond market, $110 trillion. Global GDP, $80 trillion. And yet the global crypto market is a mere 1.7 trillion, under 2 trillion. And it is only the starting point. So we believe there's at least a 20x and potentially a 50x growth potential for global cryptos and digital assets. And then, you said bear markets, maybe yes, maybe no. It's very clear that there's a lot of volatility. We've seen 5, 6 of them since 2009. We're not scared of it. And one metric to look at is there's 300 million crypto users. People are saying north of 1 billion by the end of the year. I think it's a growing market, and I don't doubt the market is going to be recovering. So at Otonomi, what we believe in, DeFi is actually absolutely fascinating, but decentralized insurance is absolutely untapped, and we're banking on that thesis. So we're going to push for a decentralized model very hard in 2022, and we're very excited about it.
All right, and Yann, in the last minute here, we talked about decentralization. What else is blockchain bringing to the global market?
Yeah, blockchain is a great technology. I talked about the decentralized economy side of it, but really there's also other parts of this technology that's very fascinating. So transparency, which is lackluster in insurance and logistics, democratized governance, which is also a very big point that we're pushing for, and essentially digital ownership, right? So with the immutability of records in the blockchain, and this, in certain cases can be real estate deeds. In our case, could be insurance policies. And another 20 seconds, another technology that's completely related is the Oracle API services. And we're very proud to be essentially partnering with Chainlink, one of the biggest blockchain companies. And we're co-developing those Oracle, that means the connectivity between physical assets, so in our case, cargo containers, and the blockchain in a very encrypted and secure fashion.
All right, Yann, we appreciate the insight. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Thanks a lot.